If we stay here, we can't shoot. So let's fix bayonets. We'll have the advantage of moving down the hill. They got to be tired, the Revs. They got to be close to the end if we are. So fix bayonets. Ellis, wait, Ellis, you take the left wing, I'll take the right. I want a right wheel forward of the whole regiment.
What, you mean charge?
Yes, but here's what we do. We're going to charge swinging down the hill. Just like we pulled back this left side of the regiment, now we're going to swing it down. We swing like a door. We're going to sweep them down the hill just as they come up. Understand? Does everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ellis, you take the left wing, and when I give the command, I want the whole regiment to go forward, swinging down to the right.
All right, sir. Fine.
Move. Men, gather round. I've been talking with Private Buckland. He's told me about your problem. There's nothing I can do today. We're moving out in a few minutes. We'll be moving all day. I've been ordered to take you men with me. I'm told that, that if you don't come, I can shoot you. Well, you know I won't do that. Maybe somebody else will, but I won't. So, that's that. Here's the situation. The whole Reb Army is up that road a ways waiting for us, so this is no time for an argument like this. I tell you, we could surely use you fellas. We're now well below half strength. Whether you fight or not, that's up to you. Whether you come along is is, well, you're coming.
Chamberlain took a bullet, dead center, in the belt buckle. He fell over, rolled around, realized he wasn't hurt, got back up, kept fighting, and they pushed him back down the hill again. They'd started in Bangor, Maine 6 months earlier with 1,000 men. They'd started that morning with 300. Now they're down to 80 and out of ammunition. Chamberlain's brother, Tom, came over and said, "We're leaving, right?" And Chamberlain said, "No, Tom, we're not going anywhere." Sergeant Tozier, the old battle sergeant, came over and said, "Sir, shall I sound the retreat?" He said, "No, Sergeant, we will not retreat." He said, "Sir, we're out of ammunition." Chamberlain said, "Have the men gather ammunition from the dead and the wounded." And the sergeant said, "We did that last time. We're out." The 12-year-old lookout said, "They're reforming. They're being reinforced." And up the hill they came with that weird rebel yell. And they advanced behind trees, and they fired and came behind the tree, reloaded and fired, and just advancing up again the hill. And Chamberlain's brother said to him, he said, "For God's sake, do something, say something, make a move, make a decision." And Chamberlain said, "Fix bayonets." They looked at him like he was crazy. And he yelled it. He said, "Fix bayonets!" And up and down the line, you could hear the steel on the steel as these men put their knives on their empty weapons. And then Chamberlain turned to the sergeant and he said, "Sergeant, have the men execute a great right wheel. Swing the left first. Do it now." Lieutenant Melcher, the flag bearer, had just walked up and he whispered to the sergeant, he said, "What's a great right wheel?" And the sergeant said, "It's an all-out charge. This crazy man means to charge." Before anybody could argue with him, Chamberlain jumped up on the wall, swung his sword down the hill and said, "Charge! Charge! Get him!" And they poured over the wall into history most of the people in our country hadn't even heard. Because 80 men without ammunition, 80 men captured over 400 of the enemy.
All of us volunteered to fight for the Union, just as you did. Some came mainly because we were bored at home. Thought this looked like it might be fun. Some came because we were ashamed not to. Many of us came because it was the right thing to do. And all of us have seen men die. This is a different kind of army. If you look back through history, you will see men fighting for pay, for women, for some other kind of loot. They fight for land, power. Because a king leads them, or just because they like killing. But we are here for something new. This has not happened much in the history of the world. We are an army out to set other men free. America should be free ground. All of it. Not divided by a line between slave state and free. All the way. From here to the Pacific Ocean. No man has to bow. No man born to royalty. Here we judge you by what you do, not by who you're following. Here you can be something. Here is the place to build a home.